restart, and then repeat. Wait for the sounds and the echoes to stop. And try and eat my food I made in a kitchen I haven't had, with food I could never cook. When I attempted to leave a system with processes and procedures and protocols to return to life, and goals and aspirations and dreams I had before Chordoma nearly killed me and suffocated me to the death I inevitably will have now. Living in mental health feels more like a crack house, a meth head laboratory, a brothel, and a mafia location than a place to heal and learn and solve problems. But unfortunately, I am alone. My mom grows old. My counselor has disappeared. And every day I have to figure out how my jujitsu and my verbal judo can keep me safe and out of the grasp of the tall man who smokes and drinks and says, I can't open a window. I can't sing. I can't say a word louder than his ears tolerate now. I can't say to those people, I can't say to those people's girlfriends, I can't say to the service animal owner, hello. And then walk by later. I have to meet their rules. I have to appreciate the services of drugs they provide, the wisdom of their elderness they got when they received their wisdom from their addiction now. Mental health doesn't have dementia. Mental health doesn't have suicide. Mental health doesn't have autism and Asperger's and bipolar and PTSD. Mental health has a system and processes used by bullies, addicts, thugs and gangsters, martyrs, who gesture, posture, communicate non-verbally, and most obviously demand eye contact, dominance, respect, and their freedom to enjoy time now. Repetition. Repeating. And occasionally, novelty. Someone who wants to smoke some marijuana, who rarely shares. Someone whose mood never changes, whose face rarely doesn't have a cigarette, smoking. Overall awareness, never spontaneous. Nobody who says to anybody, nobody who does for anybody, but everybody who's required by those who receive services, and often by those who give services, to be what they say needs to be, to have what they say. Makes a better now. A better now after a peanut butter and jelly, a food bank delivery, and some brown colored teeth smiling for finally acknowledging their need for awareness. Those women, those feminists who work with those gender neutral, pride, transgender flags, and those who carry them to have a dominance with their eyes, face, skin, so that their attention and their concentration and their focus aren't distracted by some man who doesn't denounce a male born, inherent, obvious, and now unfortunate part of my human body. Every day I make a video, I check the next morning on my door for an eviction notice. Every time I look right, I'm reminded there are those who hear my voice. And every time I lose track of my hours and my seconds and my minutes, I'm at risk for eviction and homelessness now. Solving problems in mental health are harder and more difficult than a précis I had to write about Karl Marx in college, read by a professor who shopped in a grocery store with Mr. former President Barack Obama at the University of Chicago, who received a PhD from a feminist named Linda Williams at Berkeley. And more risky than having a conversation with a historian feminist and her roommate who has a cat, who liked to eat, and never gave me any food left over for the next day when I had to attend class after having my brain rearranged from their thoughts about gender and masculinity and femininity. In those parts of history they talked about explaining what they hoped to achieve with their PhDs and graduate degrees. I no longer feel love in mental health. I feel paranoia, confusion. I hear misdirection, and I mostly have to accept hallucination and danger and duality, or else be at more risk than I am now saying these words on this video titled Mental Health Poem. Now.